So that has been a really cool stay. Met a Dutch guy here who works online. He's very into working with artificial intelligence and ChatGPT. Is explaining to me like all the things that you can do online now to make money, and he's traveling all the time, all around the world, and working as he goes. Really interesting guy. So I'm taking the train now to Taichung, but you pronounce it Taichung. So going to a city 150 kilometers south of Taipei on the west coast. It's meant to be the most livable city for foreigners, so it'll be quite interesting to see what that's like. Got a hotel right next to a train station, and I check in there at 3 o'clock, so cool. But yeah, I can thoroughly recommend staying here. Taipei Capsule Hotel in Taichung district. It's awesome. It's got this really nice area if you want to sit downstairs and do something on your computer. Really nice space. You've got free water, hot and cold, microwave. It's a convenience store pretty much right downstairs. Right, ready to go. It's very quiet here. You can buy a ticket from the office. Yeah, it's good to not travel during rush hour because that gets busy. It's just gone 11 o'clock. Getting used to the metro now, it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, when you first come here it's a little bit, you wonder what's going on, but after a couple of days you kind of figure it all out. Train's approaching, please stand behind the white line. Okay. So it looks pretty straightforward to get the ticket here. Came out of the MRT red line, and then I've walked here. There's a huge queue for something there, for some sort of ticket. I don't know what. It's not normal railway tickets. I'm going to the one at the bottom in the red, 1158 Taichung. I think, or maybe not. So that was really easy. Got my ticket for, leaves it in about 15 minutes, 375 NTD, which is like £10 or just under £10. And I'm on train 123. I'm just going to work out which platform that goes from. So we're going from platform 3B. Just got to work out where that is. I think this is me. Going up. So you've got two choices here. You can do high speed rail or you can do normal rail. I like to go by normal rail because you see more. That girl just helped me, she was really cool actually. It's very efficient. It is actually really easy to travel here once you get used to it. And there's no bullshit like in Thailand. They have this new bullshit where you have to show your passport when you buy train tickets. So a lot of foreigners go to the train station like a day early to buy tickets. And 3B, that's me. Not this train. And yeah, they have to go to the train station a day early, say, to buy tickets, and they get there, and then they're like, you can't buy a ticket without your passport. It's just like, it's meant to be for terrorism or some bullshit like that. It's not going to stop terrorism. Ridiculous. So most of these trains are like super new and modern, like this one. And they pretty much run on time, so. Where am I going? 8B. 8. Okay. Yeah, so it takes just over 2 hours to get to Taichung from here. So I'll be there just after 2, walk to my hotel, and I'll be pretty much ready to check in at 3 o'clock. Perfect. I like doing these journeys that are just like about 2 hours. Don't really want to travel for longer than that. Don't mind if I'm on a motorbike. I'll do 6 hours if I can stop and start, but yeah, that'll do. Little 2-hour hops. So we've had some rain that's made things really nice and cool today and yesterday. Temperature's beautiful right now. Almost empty train, perfect. That's what I like to see. So we're going from there to here. Taichung. Just coming out of Taipei. These are very comfortable trains. There was a young English guy sat next to me. I thought he'd gone to the toilet, but I think he might have got off in Taoyuan, which is it's where the international airport for Taipei is. It's quite a big modern city as well. So we're just coming to Jiubei, which is where I was meant to be living starting last year. I didn't like it. This is like the technology centre of Taiwan. I think there was Jiubei Station, so I was going to be living right on that road. One of the apartments I looked at. But it wasn't great. This is the area where I was meant to be living last year. But I had a look around and went, this is shit, and left. Well, these apartments look nicer. Didn't take me to see these. No, these would be expensive. These are the technology districts. Yes, it's kind of like the twin city of Minnesota and St. Paul in America. You've got Jiubei here, which is the technology city centre. And then across here you've got Hsinchu, which is more like the old city. You've got New City, Old City, and the river splits them in half. Wasn't sure I'd see that place again. And then the ocean is just then a few kilometres that way. That's the west coast of Taiwan. So this place, Hsinchu, is often referred to as like the most boring city in the whole of Taiwan. I'm sure you can find things to do, but yeah, it's not the most scintillating of places. My hotel last year was just over there. Good hotel actually, Peach Hotel.
We are now arriving at Hsinchu.
So it takes about an hour on the normal train to get here from Taipei, but if you're using the high speed rail, it's probably only half an hour. Yeah, so this is Hsinchu. Those houses look quite nice. Yeah, so Taiwan, we're like 100 miles off bit more. Pretty close. So this place is called Junan. This is where you transfer to the, if you want to take the coastal train, you transfer here. It's spelled with a Z, but pronounced with a Z as J. Helpful.
Please mind the gap.
So that's it. Junan with a Z. So the jungle out there looks quite dense. Some sort of temple or something back there on the hill. Rice. So we're just coming into Taichung now. Built this new residential area on the edge of the sea. We're going to the middle of the sea down here. Fingyuan. Right, so we've arrived in Taichung. I believe this is the most popular city for foreigners to live in outside of Taipei. Exactly why that is, I'm going to find out. Because there's quite a few big cities on this coastline, but for some reason Taichung is the one they say is the best one if you're a Westerner. It's meant to have a lot of bars and nightlife and things we're used to. Which, to be honest, even Taipei doesn't really have, so let's see. I think we're over here. In fact, we might be in that building there, that grey building, the Taroko Mall. I've got a feeling we have to go across a park and then we're at our hotel. Some nice looking snacks in the station. Didn't have breakfast this morning, I thought I'd wait till this afternoon. Ate quite a lot of food yesterday, so yeah, I don't need to eat much today. So my hotel is pretty much right outside this station, kind of dead ahead, about 200 meters from what I can make out. This looks like a very nice place. I noticed as we were coming in, the edge of the city is about 10 kilometers away, and very modern apartment blocks, more modern than I've seen anywhere, and not so many old buildings. So I have to find out what this city's here for, what it's based on. Industry. That's a nice building. That's a nice station. There you go. Oh, that's a naked people. So this station is full of homeless people sleeping here. Taiwan, you got to sort out your homeless issue. We've got ours, but you got yours. This needs to be sorted out. There's way too many homeless people. That building looks beautiful. Really nice station. The stations are all pretty nice here, actually. They take good care of them, and the tickets are, I guess they're cheap for me, but locals don't get paid that much here, so it's probably, for them it's probably similar to UK prices. So it looks like there's an observation deck up there. This building's beautiful. And that's the sweet sound of the garbage truck going around collecting trash. We have the ice cream man, we have the garbage man. Right, I'm ready to get in my hotel room and have a shower. So yeah, as soon as you leave the station, I've got scooter rentals. International traveller, you need your international driver's permit, otherwise you ain't renting a scooter. Plus your driving licence, plus a copy of your passport, I think, or a cash deposit. That looks like a pretty nice place. So one garbage truck's just gone. I think that's the regular garbage truck, and then the recycling truck comes behind it, so you got to split your trash into what can be and what can't be recycled. I think they make different sounds. The recycling truck makes one sound and the other truck makes another. Right, my favourite road crossing. Bullshit. This looks like a very modern, clean city. Pretty cool music. I think that might be Indonesian food. Dutch guy yesterday was telling me that he'd found some really good Indonesian food downstairs, and I've never had Indonesian food, but he was telling me because the Dutch had colonies in Indonesia, that was their patch of the world. There's loads of Indonesian food in Holland, so he kind of grew up on it, and he liked it. He liked Indonesian food, so maybe I'll have to try that one. That looks good. See, on my map it said there was a park, so I guess this is the park, kind of. And then hang on, where's my hotel? Oh, my hotel's in here. It's this building. In fact, let's get across the road then. Yeah, we're in this building. People going, it's so hard to find, because it's within a building. Just use your common sense, people. Use Google Maps. Not that hard to find anything anymore. Oh yeah, this is really nice. Like, in fact, I've got to be honest, this bit reminds me of Hsinchu last year, because they had one of these canals going through the part of town near where I was staying. Yeah, almost identical. Although it looks like there's a lot more going on in this city, and it's a much bigger city than Hsinchu. So in Taipei, I just spent 3 nights in a capsule hotel, and I need a proper hotel room for a few nights. So we're in that hotel up there, the black one, I think. It's got a shopping mall downstairs, which is awesome. Right, looks like we've got loads of stuff going on in this building. Even got our own shrine. Cool. Floor scrubbers. So that's my hotel being advertised there. It's on the 11th floor. The Ning Cui Hotel. I don't know how you pronounce that, but let's go and find out. So apparently my hotel reception is on the 4th floor. Got a Vietnamese club and an Indonesian club. Okay, so this is reception at my hotel on the 4th floor. It's bloody huge. Looks like we've got a bar. Oh yeah, this looks pretty sweet actually. Yeah, this is a really nice place. You can pay more for breakfast in the morning, but then it was like £5, so I'm only going to have that if it's like really good, because I can get a really good breakfast for that money. So. Look at that, awesome. So they've let me check in early, which is great. The girl says the buffet breakfast in the morning, if you pay, is 300, which is shit, that's almost 10 quid actually. It's like 7 quid 50, but it looks like it's a massive buffet. But yeah, I think if I'd paid with my room to have breakfast. It was about the same. It was about bumping the room up by 200 or 300, and I'm going to have to be very impressed to go for that. Yeah, you can get everything here. Perfect. Alright, let's go and get this room sorted out. So this place is huge. My room is A30. Somewhere down here. I'm going to get lost. It's like one of those Vegas hotels. With all the corridors. Look at that! Oh, A30, is this me? 32. A30, here we go. Let's see what we got for our £18 a night. Perfect. Well, this room comes as advertised. It actually looks like it looks on the picture. You've got the same windows, the same desk, the same chair, same bathroom. It's a bit warm. I need to control that aircon. Oh, fucking hell, that's perfect. That'll do. Nice. Towels, sweet. Yeah, so I think, how much did I pay for this? It was less than 60 quid for 3 nights. I'm pretty sure it was about £18 a night. So if you wanted to, for £5 less, I've got controller for the aircon. Let's drop it down to, let me change. £21. Yeah, it's about £5. You can have a windowless room for £5 less. Oh, Family Mart's right there, perfect. I can see a mountain, and look at that. I've got full picture windows. I'll have to check if they're blacked out on the outside, because I don't want to be walking around with no clothes on otherwise. But yeah, I mean, I could have had a smaller windowless room, and it would have cost me not much different from this. How do you change the temperature? So it says it's 21. It feels cold. Oh, yeah, it feels cold enough. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. See, that's the difference. I've just paid about the same money in the capital city of Taipei to sleep in a tiny little capsule. And here you pay the same money and you get a full-on room. That's why a lot of foreigners choose to live in this city, especially like English teachers, because the salary is about the same as Taipei, but you can get a much bigger and nicer apartment for way less money. Floor sounds a little bit creaky, but it's a nice floor. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Set my laptop up, get some stuff done. Cool, I'm gonna go out, have a little walk. So yeah, this place is above and beyond my expectations. It's better than what I was expecting. I was expecting something quite decent, just from the pictures and the reviews, but I'd like to use stairs. But okay, it's just because it's so bloody slow. How do we go down? Yeah, it's just so slow using the bloody elevators. Right, so they let me check in at like 20 to 3. I'm on that, this side of the building. I'm looking out over these shops, I think. I'm just going to get some ice cold beers and just chill out in my room this afternoon. I've had a bit of a travel day. I've got some stuff to do on the computer. Temperature's warmer than it was in Taipei, but it's not too bad. So I got here, there's all kinds of shops and restaurants around here. There's a 7-Eleven there, I'll go and use that, I think. So initial impressions, this does seem like a very nice chilled out little city. And hotel choice, 10 out of 10 Paul. You've smashed it, son. Smashed it. Beautiful Family Mart convenience store here with the space upstairs to work. I might end up going there. It's the same recycling guys that I saw before. 7-Eleven right here. You've immediately got a much more spacious feel than you had in Taipei, and it feels a lot more interesting than what was that other place I was in? Hsinchu last year. 7-Eleven, let's go. Okay, it's full of big fish like it was in Hsinchu. And I've got this over here. Looks like a modern thing they've built. They did this in Korea first. I think they did this in Seoul. They built this like canal through the middle of the town, and then all the cities in Asia were like, we should build a canal as well. That looks like a good place to hang out. Yeah, nice little spot this. I think there's a lot of Filipinos working here. They've come to chill out down by the river. I'm going to try and get up to that sky tower, get a view. So I've got a beautiful outdoor seating area. I've got a few ice cold beers. I'm just going to sit here and have some beers. And then go and do some stuff on the computer. Explore. I'm going to have tomorrow and the next day here to do lots of exploring. So there's plenty of time for that later. I'm quite tired now. Just want to decompress after that journey. So the thing about Taiwan is they're pretty liberal. I mean, you can drink and smoke pretty much wherever you like, outdoors. They brought in a new law in Thailand. Another stupid one. Well, kind of stupid. You're not allowed to drink in any public parks. So imagine it in London, right? In London, especially in the summer, people like to go and have a picnic in the park. They take a bottle of Prosecco, they take some beers, they take whatever. So if we did in the UK what they've done in Thailand, that would not be allowed anymore. So you couldn't go to any park in the UK and have a picnic anymore with alcohol. I mean, you can go and have a picnic, but you just can't drink anything. It's mad. The laws they put in place in Thailand are just mad. Like, if you're worried about people creating trouble in parks, and you'll hardly ever see that in Thailand, if there is a problem, send the police out and tell them to quieten down. But it's virtually never a problem. So you've banned everybody from an activity just because a few people have done something crazy, man. But they're very liberal here. In America, you can't walk around with a beer. You can in the UK. We're very liberal. Most of Europe, in fact, if not all of Europe. But the Americans have got some very strict rules as well, which I find very strange given how liberal they're meant to be.